what's up everyone? It's Attack Slug. I will be commentating this solo, so welcome in to Earthbound Super Series After Hours for all you night owls. We do have MissDesGames versus AndyPerfect, two long-term community members who are both very, very knowledgeable and excellent at this game. So, should be getting going here in just a couple of seconds. Please let me know if anything sounds off, if I need to turn anything up or down. I do hear something like weird in my headphones, so if anyone hears that, I don't know where that's coming from. I'm trying to figure it out. Sounds good? Alright, okay, alright, then we'll take it, Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay, alright, then we'll take it, Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay. What about now? Very cool. Okay, so sorry about that. At least it happened at the beginning, right? What's up, Kira? What's up, Possum? And tons of fun. Right? I know, I've been talking. And then I was like, well, maybe they can't hear me because I put myself in the Discord. So I thought maybe if I go through just output, I have no idea what that echo was. And the echoes really bother me. But nevertheless, I believe we got it figured out. And yeah, if I'm quiet, there is something wrong. Also, I am really, really hoping my roommate does not come home and scare the daylights out of me because I will scream, so I am just warning ahead of time. If there is a blood-curdling scream, I am okay. I just get scared easily. So both runners had picked up the bat on their way down on the first hill climb, and now our favorite person in the neighborhood, your very best friend, Pokey, is showing up. And just a few more things to do, and then that's when the run really starts. That's when the spawns begin, and that's when the real skill comes into play. Oh, thank you for the prediction. I was gonna do that. Okay, as long as we sound good now. That was stressing me out. I'm so sorry. Okay. So your mom is like, you can't go saving the world in your jammies unless you're doing pajama percent. But this isn't. This is Boogey percent. And this is the last race of the night. This is the Swiss round 2. So Andy and Des are both 1 and 0 runners. So I'm expecting really fun things from this race. And if you have not followed either of these runners, please do so. Miss Des is one of the more active Earthbound streamers in the community. and AndyPerfect, you know, doesn't stream as much as he used to, but has done a ton for the community and creating routes and guides and etc. and figuring out manip and all sorts of things. So both really, really cool, like I would say, you know, important people in the community. We're all important, but they've both done a lot. Whoo! And that snake is gonna get Andy. Sheesh, that was close. It looks like Dez is having a pretty chill hill. We got a chill hill for Dez. Let's see. Andy took a little snake death, but you know, it's okay. Oh, but there's a... well, now there's a dog. The dog is one of the deaths that is... I mean, you don't want to take any on the hill climb, but the dog is the one that will at least give you enough experience points to get you somewhere. This is going to give Andy life up. And then we gotta talk to Buzz, who is the most long-winded bug in history. We'll see how the rest of this hill is for Andy. And looks like it's gonna be clear. So he will also be talking to Buzz here in a second. And just to clarify, AndyPerfect's pronouns are he, him, and MissDes is she, her. Oh yeah, Andy just had world record for years, no big deal. And I mean, Dez is up there on the speedrun.com charts as well. But I hope everyone's had a good Tuesday. You know, Tuesdays are Tuesdays. They've started to become Tuesdays for me. But at least I get to do this and have fun and hang out with all of y'all. So Dez will be heading down to her Starman fight, which is a scripted fight, so it just means you cannot die. You are looking for, the best bet is like a 2-run Starman, but things do happen from time to time. Tuesday, innit? Fun fact, even the 1 XP from a snake can give you level 3 after Junior. Oh, nice, Pebble. Thanks for that tidbit. For that factlet. So Andy is going to grab this bread roll for safety. It is a good idea to grab the bread roll, especially for your first pogo fight. And I see we got 100 HP on Starman. He's on guard, which is cool. We'll see what Buzz does after this. Okay, he's going to throw fire, which is not what you want to see, but I mean, it happens more often than not. Andy will be starting his Starman Jr. and Dez is done with the 739. Shee! Alright, let's see how Andy's Starman goes as Dez cleans up a little bit of a storyline. Alright, we're starting out with fire. 63, okay. 67, 8. Alright, another fire. We're going to throw up our shield. It protects us from anything, which is why we cannot die. Oh, okay. A freeze, not bad. And an 87, that's a little low. So it looks like this will probably go to a 3-round for Andy. While on Dez's side, Lardna is about to smash the guts out of Buzz. Alright, a 109. That's going to get Andy out of there at 845. Andy's hill climb on Starman Jr. a little bit rougher than Dez, but I mean, it's the very beginning of the race. There's plenty more for us to hoop and holler at. Arg. Buzz is so dramatic. And you know what? I felt that. So Des will begin her descent down into southern Onet, or which I guess the actual city, town. Despawning a dog, and Andy is just gonna run through the same storyline as we just saw on Des' side, where Lardna murders a bug, and the bug gives us a soundstone that, you know, I would take a soundstone. I mean, I wouldn't say no to one. I wonder what it looks like. What do y'all think the soundstone looks like? Do you think it's just like a stone, like a rock, like a real, like, you know, plain Jane rock, or do you think it's like some sort of like polished stone, like gem, like an opal, or maybe like a tiger's eye or something? Right, and Indy's done with that, so he will also begin going down into Onet. It's a stone, Luigi. You didn't make it. This thing that appears at the center. Oh, so it's kind of, so it's like a blue. Maybe it's like kind of like a sapphire type thing. These are things that I think about. I don't know about y'all. Ooh, there's a dog. Andy's just going to take the long way around to get to this Mr. Baseball Cap as Des finishes up her light shopping at the store, and we'll head on down to arcade. We'll see how her first Pogo Punk goes. She's going to go ahead and grab the trash juice first. Totally fine. There's really not a preferred method to that. Okay. Oh, and a miss. Okay. Okay, but got a second charge. Okay. Oh, yeah. Can't forget the trash burger over here. Okay. First Pogo. Pretty chill. And these Pogo Punks are a 100% hamburger drop, which is why we do take the fights as well as the levels. It helps out with the upcoming Frank battles. Ninny's doing his shopping. Trash juice, my favorite. Nest ponders his orb. It's a stone with a TV in it? Huh. So, like, do you think, like, the, you, like, hold the soundstone at each sanctuary spot and it records it and then it plays back? Oh, dude, the yak back was so cool. Okay, Andy choosing the trash juice first. Des is working on her Yes Man Jr. Makes it through. Is going to have to take a little bit of a heal before heading to Frank. You do want to be full HP. She had the bread roll. Alright, Andy fighting pogos. Alright, done with those. And Des will start her Frank fight. The rule of thumb here is no matter what, if he hits you, you heal. Because he is a real mean, rude dude. Alright, Andy's second pogo. Des healing again. Okay, Andy done with that. Des dipping into the bergs. You gotta do what you gotta do to get through this guy. Alright, she does it. Okay, so I looked up yak backs recently and they're so expensive now. I have the packaging for one I got, but I don't know where my yak back is. Alright, so the Frankenstein fight is a little less daunting as it follows sort of the same attack script each time with small variances. And Andy will be starting his Frank fights. And Des will finish hers. So there are a couple of fights in between, but upcoming is Giant Step. And this is where we can start seeing some variances. Alright, nice. That's a pretty cool Frank for Andy there. Now, unless you had like amazing fights, you do go back and talk to Frank because he will give you a free heal. Alright, Andy's gonna heal up. And Des is gonna head over to Mayor Butthole Perkle. I said that so nonchalantly. Alright. All right, Andy makes it through that Frankenstein as well. Not far behind now. So you gotta talk to the mayor of Onet and grab a key. Oh, and that was a pretty cool move on Andy's part. There is a butterfly right there, so instead of having to walk in and out, Andy just, you know, ate a burger and took that butterfly heal. That was pretty cool. Howdy do. That's how the whole prospector thing between me and Daniel started. We were doing comms and he came into the channel and I was just like, howdy! I was like, what is wrong with me? Am I an old prospector? So now you know the origin story. And boy, it was fun. Alright, so Des is grabbing some money to shop for burgers. At this point, they are both close enough that I don't think there is a real point to skipping burgers. You can go burgerless, should you so choose. It is a possibility. It just means that your ant fight is going to be a little scarier than normal, but we'll see what Andy chooses to do. And he's also gonna grab some cash and buy some burgers. Easy Pete is fully what? Concern it. Alright, and now Des is in Giant Step. Andy is close on her tail here. And we'll see what kind of slug packs are going to spawn for us today. You are looking to defeat 22 slugs. Is the optimal way to gain levels to get to level 8, which then that is when you acquire your PSI ability. And if you're wondering why a lot of these like abilities and favorite things and even their names are one letter, is because less text means faster. All right, Eagles, dude, I just want to say like good job on sticking out your race. I know you probably felt pretty like just over it, so I just want to congratulate you on finishing that. That was awesome. GG's to you, and GG's to all the runners who were racing before this. We had a quad, and it was pretty fun. I do like me a quad. So you'll see Andy and Des walking back and forth at this spot. What you want to do is get that mouse stuck somewhere. The best place is like really right at the corner. I'm pointing at the screen. I'm sure you can see. But it's right at the corner. Therefore, no other enemies will be spawning other than slugs on the other side of that mouse. And that's because the only enemies that spawn in the open area downstairs are the slugs and the mice. Let's not see another 2-bomb drop. What's up, Chef? But you get that mouse stuck, and then you just kind of like wiggle around in this area and either catch sight of the slugs or feel for lag for them. And then from there, it's a grind till you reach level 8, and there are a few different ways to do it. It's just however you choose. I think I saw one on Andy's side, actually. But they're so easy to miss as well. Honestly, it could have just been like that corner of that little stalagmite. Who knows? And there's a bomb. Oh no. Oh no. Oh nar. Oh nar. We'll see what happens. If there's a second bomb, then this is rigged. I'm just kidding. Use this power wisely, indeed. Des is probably like, oh great. I think she does subscribe to a little bit of the the blurst effect. And if anyone knows what number of slugs our runners are on, that would be great. And sometimes this happens on Dez's side, like you just go back and forth until your thumb hurts looking for packs of slugs. But I have to think they're both getting pretty close to like their 4 packs, and they might go 6 pack up top. 5,025,600 sluggies. Des is gonna take this mouse fight. Which I think is like it's like a slug and a couple of points. And these are gonna be slugs. So on this second floor, all 3 of the enemies in Giant Step can spawn. And the overworld sprites for attack slugs and antoids look the same. So it can be difficult to differentiate. You have to watch their movement to be able to tell, you know, which are which. Because you really don't want to run into antoids if you don't have to. And especially before you reach level 8. Ooh, and a smash. I feel like we waste all of our crits on the slugs before we get to... Oh, and just a nice little 6-pack of slugs just waiting for Miss Des up there. But I was saying, I feel like we waste all of our crits fighting slugs, and then we have none left for Titanic Ant at the end. And this 6-pack will get her level 8. And Andy's still grinding, looking for those slugs down there. Oh, really? I mean, it was hard to tell because I was like, hello, hi, I'm right here. Kidding. There was so much, like, on quads are fun, but there's also so much going on that, like, little things like, or like essentially big things, like someone getting 2 bombs in the grind can slip by, which is why when you were at your Titanic Ant Eagles, I think Daniel was like, 2 bombs! Like, everyone was like, what? Definitely watch the VOD, it was fun. So Des does not need to grab that magic butterfly, and she will head on to Titanic Ant, stuttering past these. They were in fairly okay positions for her to get past those while Andy is fighting a rowdy mouse. G-Bill? I don't know what the G-Bill thing is from. I know everyone says it, but like, I don't know what it's from. What is it from, like some old TV show? Or is it just like something silly that y'all say? Is there a Billy out there that we don't know about? Oh, there's a clip. Nice. Okay, so Des in her ant fight. Second rocket. I did not see what the first rocket hit for. I'm sorry. Oh, she's throwing the bomb and Ant is down. The bomb brought us together. Whew, 23. A vintage ad for hot dogs. Oh, okay, thank you. I'll have to look it up. All right, and Andy taking a slug and antoid fight. Already reached that level 8, so he just said see you later and rockined. Yeah? Whew. What did the first rocket hit for, Peen? Do you remember? Imagine me being distracted. But Andy is having to respawn that magic butterfly to get his full psychic points so that he can use them against the ant. Alright, and a nice free room right here. We'll take it, as well as that burger. Alright. Stutterable ant there. 97, 91, 97. Okay, I saw the second one. But an unfortunate ant fight here. He should be okay if he can take him out. Usually at level 8, you can one-shot them, as we see happening right now. Andy will just eat a burger, as you don't want to use any of your psychic points. You want to use those all for Titanic Ant. Alright, and Des is gonna talk some smack to the cops and go beat them up. And let's see how Andy's Titanic Ant goes. 81. Alright, but we took out the Antoids, so that's good. Des doesn't need to buy any burgers, so she will head straight to cops. Alright, a 62. A little bit of low rolls, but Andy gets the outspeed for the life up, which is not bad. He's going to choose to burger, play it safe, definitely. Anything around the 50 HP range, you really want to heal. Titanic Ant can throw magnet, as you're seeing right now. Is he reading my mind? What's going on? So you really want to stay above that 55 range, because there can be things that are not nice that happen. Right, so Des going to start her first cop. Andy's sort of having to stack these burgers. Alright, first hop down for Des. She will most likely be using life up on her next turn. Alright, and the ant became tame. He put up a bit of a fight. Andy had to use a grip of burgers there. And you kind of use the same rules with the cop fights. A little different, because you potentially want to be going into this fight with quite a few burgers left over from your shopping you did before Giant Step. But you do have 30 psychic points, so you can burn a couple of life ups if you need to. It's not terrible. A lot of people like to keep 20 psychic points to defeat strong, essentially, and potentially in 2 shots. But if you have to, Andy checking his burgers there, might go and buy a couple, I don't know. But might kind of be like, well, you know, I had to eat a bunch, so I'll just maybe burn a couple of my life ups. But there's definitely, I mean, you absolutely do not have to do that. And Des getting a burger drop, which is nice. All right, Des moving on to her final cop fight before Strong. We'll see if Andy chooses to go in without buying extra burgers. Maybe Des could give him a few. She's stacked. Yeah, Eagle. So I didn't want to say anything specifically. Too many, yeah. Because I didn't want to curse the run. I don't want that on my shoulders. No, thank you. Collusion? Speak for yourself. Alright, so Des will be going into her strong fight. We'll see how she handles it. And we'll see if Andy buys burgers. Alright, she's going ahead and healing that first round. Gonna do it again. Alright, Andy going straight to cops. Because Strong can grapple you. Alright, she's going to go ahead and burn that psychic points to see if she can get rid of him. And he goes down with a 28-04 for O-Net finish. GG's Des. And Andy will be starting his cup fight. We'll see how he handles this with a little bit less burgers. They'll be high-fiving a bit right here, so maybe she could just like pass him a burger on the low. I don't think anyone would be mad. Like, hey, you might need this too. Alright. Just an embarrassment of a bushel of burgers. Alright, so first cop, pretty chill, ending with 65 HP. Nice going into the second fight. And Des doesn't even need to pick up this burger, but you know what? She's taking more burgers. She's the hamburglar. She's the burger queen. Alright, so Andy choosing that life up. Very wisely played. If you're around 30-ish HP, you do want to use the life up instead of a burger, as it will heal you to max, versus the 40-something you will get from eating a hamburger. It's quicker. Alright, he's going to burn another burger. Oh, and a crit. Oh. Oh my god, leave him alone! Andy might have to burn one of his life ups. But I don't know. We'll see how he plays it. Des taking out some money and talking to Dad, which sets up the save for the Death Warp later. Alright, Andy's fourth cup. Yep, having to use that life up. There's just not a lot of ways around that. And a smash! That's awesome. Okay, so Des will be talking to Apple Kid, giving him... I mean, she could give him like 5 burgers and it would be fine. I miss up Lord Taco. We'll see how Andy handles this strong fight. He's gonna go ahead with a rockin' and then maybe an auto fight. I don't know. We'll see. Bash. So he will life up here. That would have been mashable if something had happened. And another hit is gonna get Andy out of Oned at 30-44. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you for the good luck. Des just eating burgers whenever she feels like it because she has a million. Andy will have to grab the burger on the way down to have a food item to give to Apple Kid. Good luck, Taco. Good luck, Moon. Yeah, this has been a fun race so far. Miss Des is in the lead at the moment. A couple checks apart, so to speak. Andy getting through there with nothing chasing him. And Miss Des is in my favorite cave. Sarcasm. Trying to get through there. There is no way to get through that cave without despawning. So sometimes you get stuck walking back and forth a million times. Andy also withdrawing his cash and calling Dad. It is important to make a save point in Tucson somewhere, whether it be the hotel, the department store, the bus station, etc. Because later on in the run, we will be killing ourselves on purpose so that we death warp back here. So Andy will be giving Apple Kid a burg. Doesn't just fight 20 sprouts. Oh, okay. I think that's a great idea. I'm gonna have to despawn that mushroom. Andy will be picking up the receiver phone, which you carry with you throughout the rest of the game. You get phone calls from Apple Kid. And I guess, like, I wonder if, like, Escargot Express and the pizza place also use that receiver phone number. But Andy's gonna go load the pencil eraser in while Des picks up he will load in the pencil, and Des will pick up the pencil eraser. Pencil eraser is an item that is used several times within the entire game and the other speed runs as well, the full game speed runs. And you're going to try and despawn that mobile sprout, but it's a little too close to that door. And that is why I call it Fart Cave. You get real stinky in this cave here. And also because I can't, you know, I can't really say the curse word that I'd like to call it. So we say fart instead. It stinks. That cave sucks, dude. It's a piece of trash. But it's not the trash cave. Ooh, and some spawns for Miss Des there, starting out in her PRV jaunt. Stank cave. Fart cave. Alright, Miss Des having some spawn issues in PRV. They can be scary, but there is a lot of terrain you can use to your advantage. I don't know who was racing, but I kept making really dumb jokes of like, more like this, like I was doing the same thing, Peen, and I said more like PR free, and no one liked my joke, but that's okay. I kept making them anyway. All right, so Des is in a spot that could have gotten her a little pickled, but she will despawn that very well. Don't have to worry about that dude up there, but there are a lot of trees. They are slow, so you can outrun them. I think this is a lot of reasons why some of the runners we have seen grabbing skip sandwiches to use in PRV to outrun some of these enemies. The UFOs and the spinning robos have very erratic movement. But if you are going fast enough, you can get past them. But those trees are always just like real slow. I mean, they're a tree. Come on. And Andy will be picking up his pencil eraser so he can start making this jaunt as well. The Bermuda pincer. Pete trade. Oh no, the snake was mad. Don't be mad, snakes. We didn't do anything. Carlos Pinci. Alright, so Andy will be starting his PRV journey. Or as I've been calling it for some reason this stream, his jaunt. Taking a jaunt through the valley. Alright, Des doing some safety shopping where you buy a better bat and a better hat. This does help add to your offense and defense for the upcoming cultist fights. An embarrassment. So many jaunts. A jumble of jaunts. Alright, and you're going to get past these using that rock very nicely, but there is a little mobile sprout there, so he will have to despawn that. But knowing that he can have those two enemies stuck at that area, that's where that type of movement is really where just like experience comes into play. Knowing how to use the terrain. Both of these runners are very, very experienced at this game and know how to use that type of movement to their advantage. Alright, Des will be starting her cultist fight. First cultist fight here. And Pokey says one of my favorite lines in the game. Later, potato. I really love it. I just love later, potato. I don't know why. Alright, Andy gonna have to despawn coming down through this hill. And gonna get that tree caught up around there because he knows he can get past it. Oh god, there's cultists being called on Dez's side. She will have to go through another rockin'. Hopefully this will take care of them. Andy just juking trees left and right over here. Alright, she gets through that cultist fight. Numero uno. Alright, Andy, I don't know if he needs this butterfly, but he had to despawn anyway, so he'll probably take it just to be safe. And gotta watch out for cultists in this cave, especially coming into this cave from that entrance. Once again, Andy using that knowledge to get the trees stuck so that he can get past. Because if you move even an iota and there's a cultist there, it will engage you. And since cultists are a scripted fight, you cannot run from them. Alright, So Andy is some shopping and a cultist fight 1 behind Des as she heads into Carpainter. Andy gonna buy a couple of croissants, which you can also do. There is, oh, and that cultist tried to call for a friend, but ain't nobody like you. And I'm okay with being mean to him because they try and hurt us. But there is also the egg and banana stand, which you can, you know, use your thief skills and steal from. Oh my, and just an embarrassment of crows on the screen. Truly a murder. House of Lags, seriously. We'll see how Dez's Carpainter fight goes, as Andy will be approaching his first cultist fight. There's always money in the egg and banana stand. That's why you always leave a note. We'll see. Des is going to go for double rock-ins here. She does get a hit, bringing her down to 57. If she can get a reflect, I think this will do it. Yep, so she's going to end with 57. We'll see what the life ups do. And no one came on Andy's side. We'll see how this hits. 91, 94, so that will take care of the second cultist, but unfortunately not the first one. He's not going to risk it. He burns through that second rock-in. He could have most likely bashed out. What was stolen? Did they steal a croissant? How dare you? We just bought that. Andy could have bashed it out, but he was probably thinking if for some reason they, like, I don't outspeed them with this and they call for help, I'm going to want that rock-in to take care of both of them potentially. It's 1 banana, Michael. What could it cost? And yeah, and a pretty nice setup for Miss Des. I did not see, what was her life ups like? I was watching Andy. Like, what is her HP at? Alright, so Andy is going to take a banana, which is a common play. She's around 60. Oh, that's not too bad. And he's eating that banana straight up. Because he does have the croissant if he needs to eat it. A lot of times runners will grab the banana. I always do, and then I always get scared and don't use it and end up with too much HP, but that's a me problem. But you can use that banana because it gives around 20-something plus HP so that it keeps you at a fairly low number. Because we do want low HP coming out of this Carpainter fight. Okay. So a miss and a call for help. Andy's going to go ahead and use that rock-in with 92 and 85. He's going to have to bash this out, see what he wants to do. He'll have to heal on this next turn. Oh, but he's not. And he's taking it. Woo! I like it, that risky play. The cultists are going crazy. And getting that nice level up there before Carpainter, which is what you want to see. Gonna grab that skip sandwich ahead of time. And I'm gonna guess Andy will use a croissant. Maybe. I don't know. This is a death warp I've been talking about. There's several different ways to do it, but most people just go and this mole, who's like almost always there, you use your ATM card so that you're not using defense on Ness, and this mole, you just want him to like scratch you. But sometimes the mole plays dumb instead of rough. Alright, no reflections on the first roll. Andy will eat that croissant now. I see what he was doing. Okay. Alright. He did get enough of a level up. Okay, we gotta reflect here. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, nice. Yeah, you told me, Chef. I'm sorry, hon. Alright, so, I mean, that is just, I mean, like I said, like, really, we're seeing so much experience on the screen, which is so much fun, not only to commentate, but to watch, because it really shows you, like, different ways you can do things, and, like, just like how willing they are to play like pretty risky on certain like areas of the game, where if you haven't experienced the soul-crushing defeat of something in Earthbound, the horrifying deaths you can take, and you know, a number of 100 many times, it can be kind of hard to like, you know, make those decisions, because you can play a little bit scared because you don't want to die. And then I think there's like not a ton wrong with that, but eventually you're gonna have to like get over that fear and start like taking those risks. That's what's gonna get your time down. Alright, so Andy's car painter went pretty good. We'll see how his death warp goes. But first we gotta do some money laundering for my homeboy Everdreezy. I hadn't dropped an Everdreezy yet, so you know I had to. You guys knew I had to. Alright, Andy's gonna get rid of his armor, so to speak, and drop the teddy bear, which helps with the death warp. I did. Yeah. I certainly did. I had to pull a sneaky. All right. Des walks around that corner of the theater so as not to trigger the pickle man, and the mole's being absent-minded already. Okay, and the smash isn't going to do anything. It stays feeling weird. Oh, cool. Yeah, miss with your nails. Alright, so here's an example of the mole kind of being a jerkwad. There we go. But we don't want to see Paula die first. Because Paula will only hit for 1 HP no matter what. But we get through it. So you do want to have Ness die first. That way you can just auto fight with Paula. Because she will only hit for 1, even though she'll crit for 1 as well. So, you know. But at least at that point, you know, she's going to die from like 1. I don't know why I'm getting a commercial break. I'm so sorry. But on Dez's side, I guess it's an okay time to get a commercial break, as she's just going to be watching the Runway 5 and then heading down into Threed. I don't know why that's happening. Mr. Daddy Twitch, I have turbo. This should not be happening. I apologize, everyone. I'm gonna have to talk to Derek. I think he knows the way around this. It's okay. We're about to see it on Andy's side. So I just hope this commercial break isn't like 5 years long. But like I said, at least it happened at this point. So we're only missing cutscenes. 3-hour ad breaks they've been rolling out. Oh my god, hi 1990X, welcome in. Good to see you, my guy. Alright, so Andy will be also helping with the money laundering. I won't bless you with 2 Everdreezys. What's up, Supra? Yeah, at least we could maybe see the commercials. Happy money laundering to all, and to all a good night. Oh, yeah, or like a music video? Should be back. Okay. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna have to see what to do about that. Right, so like I said, we didn't miss a lot here. We did miss best choice. Miss Des, did you do right bus? Oh, she did right bus. I knew she would. Yeah, I need to do something. I need to get that set up. All of our restreamers have been gracious enough to pay for the Twitch Turbo to help eliminate the ad issue, because in the Ancient Cave tournament it was getting a little out of hand. And it's really, I mean, it's like one of the only things we can do. And even with the ads on the channel itself, there's just not a lot of ways we can get around that. We are working on some other implements that will hopefully help us all. But Des is entering the graveyard. It's a little spooky in here, as a graveyard will be, and unfortunately those flies are gonna get her. That trash can was on its way. If she can get through this, she should be okay. She's gonna run away, and alright, she gets away. You don't need Paula to be alive. You just need to go and trigger the zombos up there. But it can be pretty scary. Those flies also have very erratic movement, and they hide. I don't know if that would work, Pebble, but that's a good idea. Alright, so Andy's paying off the theater owner, Mr. Poochie Fudd. And he will be beginning his bus journey to Threed. And Des is gonna get kidnapped. Oh, ooh, that's interesting, Chef. And Andy is gonna take the pickle. I think he was going left bus, maybe? Well, we got a left bus. We're about to get a down bus, too. It's a down bus now. Well, we don't use that word, Eagles. If anything, we would refer to her as a sex worker. We are respectful of those people. Got a pickle in the down bus, a bold strategy. So Andy will be heading to Threed to do his Threedly things. And Miss Des will be heading to Winters. And we're going to turn into Jeff and do Jeff things. I wish we got to hear the Greyhound bus theme, or I'm sorry, Greyhand, or whatever it is, because that's also a bop. Alright, so Tony is joining his best friend Des, who is Jeff, and they'll do a couple of things here, talk to this bozo. Andy will be heading up into the graveyard as well to do his zombie check. Also spooky, quite a bit. Those flies that were to the right despawned. Luckily there, but you as the runner, you will feel the lag. We can see the lag. It feels worse than it looks. So Andy does make it up there to get that trigger, and it's going to take it safely back out of the graveyard while Des grabs a couple of things from the lockers to equip Jeff with. Got a pop gun and a Holmes hat. Yeah, the music is like, well, definitely one of the best parts of Earthbound, hands down. Alright, so we are starting our Jeff jaunt. I'm just gonna keep using jaunt. I'm not gonna stop.
So let me tell you, I have an issue with the way Jeff gets here.
You scared me so bad! I thought it was gonna be my roommate and it was you, Airfram. Alright, what's your issue? Tell me.
I hate the bad key machine sequence.
We all do, my guy.
The stupid conveyance, I get it, but still, back and forth, just give you the dang thing.
He just wants to show off his cool PPE gear. Can you blame him? Yes, we can. He's a jerk and he wastes our time. So Des is going for that dog instead of that crow because the dog does have a 50% chance to drop a bread roll. All this time I thought it was going to be my roommate who scared me, and it was Airfram.
I gotcha. I'm here about your car's extended warranty. What tab am I coming from?
I don't have a warranty on my car.
We could fix that. I take checks made out to cash.
So Andy's starting his Jeff jaunt. The voice is coming from inside! Oh, it is October. And we are about to get our first Tessie ride.
Is it our first or our fifth?
Technically fifth, first of this race.
Okay.
So
I'll take that.
Yeah. And once again, we're talking to Airfam's like best friend in the entire game. I heard that he was dressing up as Maxwell for Halloween, so we're gonna expect pictures, Airfam. I'm gonna need you to dye your hair bright red.
I don't even know if I have anything that shade of gray. I don't even know if I have anything that shade of green or gray or whatever color it is.
There's dye out there. It's no big deal. That would be such a funny cosplay. And just have like a ring of keys. It's like they're all like bent.
Well, we could get my wife's key ring for that.
Yeah, and we'll just
already halfway there, and then add a tape measure to it.
Yeah, we gotta see some Tessies in chat though. And Andy grabbing his gear for Jeff. My cat heard his name, which is Jeff.
Yes.
Hefe. Alright, a quick Bubble Monkey pickup, and we're on our way down to Tessie as well. I do have a cat named Jeff. Yes, I do. I'm a big nerd. Maxwell reminds me of the Riddler. Oh yeah. Huh. And he has that mask on. Alright, so looks like there's a crow in Andy's way and a gruff goat on the other side, so he's just gonna skip that fight altogether. Des going for that first proto skip. Bubble Monkey thwarting her plans.
Bubble Monkey.
Bye, Bubble Monkey. Some stew. So there is an Earthbound cookbook, and the Tessie watching stew is one of the recipes. Being a freak in that lab. Miss Des saying this duck skip is taking too long, and I'm not going to bother with it. That Tessie Watcher almost getting in Andy's way, but he moved out of the way very politely.
That duck could be surprisingly scary if it just decides to go on all mad duck on you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, with your like max HP being at 34, well 37 now for Des, but that duck can hit for 34. Oh.
This monkey says, "Ooh, present again."
And we got more Tessies! Let me see Big Tessie for Big Andy in chat. Alright, so I think that was a second proto fight for Miss Des. And she will be using that bread roll to make her way out of here and head on into Pond Cave. We got a shmooshed tishy. Des is gonna take these stutters. Those slugs were set up in a pretty cool spot, but this mouse is kind of not. So, see if she can get it to a better spot to stutter past. It is possible. And she will do it. We'll see if that mouse gets stuck there, and it does, but here is another one. Andy is about to start his brick road. She's trying to pull this mouse over so that she can get past it. Gonna try and stutter. Ooh,
Oh, it's stuck.
Oh, yeah, it was stuck there. I think she can get past this now if Bubble Monkey behaves. It looks like he's being a bit of a jerk there. Andy's with his first proto fight.
No.
Okay, no one came. That's good. Des should be able to get through that mouse fight pretty easily, and she does. And Andy gets a cookie. How nice. Alright, just a couple of slugs here. I don't think she needs that burger because I do believe she still has her boiled egg. Andy, we're not messing with the duck skip either. Des getting past that mushroom, which is a little risky. Yeah, it's a stressful place to stutter.
It's not too risky, especially if you know those boundary boxes, because the mushroom's pretty tight.
Yeah, and Bubble Monkey giving her a green swirl, which is one of the only good things that Bubble Monkey does for us besides blow bubbles and pull down ropes that our father mysteriously had pulled up so that we could never go and see him at his lab. That's just my theory. That's my canon. Andy was going for that second proto. But Bubble Monkey! Once again. So if you were going to be Maxwell, would you dress up your daughter as Bubble Monkey?
No.
Oh,
probably
come
protoplasm.
on. Oh, a protoplasm. Oh, that's so cute. I would make that costume just to see that. Alright, so Dad's picking up that extra bottle rocket, and Mushy's in the way. And Andy is heading into this pond cave. I don't know. Oh yeah. Ooh, that was a risky one. Protoplasm. Oh, that's cute. Ooh, wow. Oh,
Or she thinks she's an avocado.
That stutter was insane on Andy's part. Holy crap. And Des does get through that mushroom fight. I know, stutter's insane. Like I said, these are two very experienced runners. And that does show in their gameplay and their movement, 100%, and their choice making. I'm very glad that I was able to pick this one up. And I'm so glad that Airframe decided to join and scare the crap out of me.
Just popping in like I've been there the whole time. Maybe I was.
Because I don't know if you heard me, but like at the beginning, I was like, I hope my roommate doesn't scare me. It was Airframe all along. Alright, so Des will be taking the Skyrunner to Threed, where we get to see a little bit more of the game along the way. Some of the cities that you will encounter in the future, should you continue the run past Boogey %. And we'll see what kind of mushroom luck Andy gets in here. And if they're gonna thwart him. All right, so it gets through. Typically, you want Bubble Monkey pretty much like right next to you to pull down this rope because he is kind of slow flying through the air. If you can stutter the entire way past Mini Barf, you win. I don't think it's possible. Andy not even grabbing that bottle rocket and getting a free room here. So this could come down to Boogie Tent at this point. It is pretty close. Andy closed that gap quite a bit with a pretty good pond cave and brick road. Carful tunnel. Oh, what? Have you like tried it? I mean, yeah, you could do like a save state there. I'm digressing. Imagine
I don't know.
that.
It seems like the same concept. They're trying to do the 1 pixel movement through the Starman Jr. trigger.
Alright, so Andy's starting his Sky Runner. While I believe Des is on her last lap of 3.
We're gonna snooze those ads.
Yeah, thank you for snoozing those. Take a nap, ads. Zzz. Honk shoe, honk shoe.
Hold on, let me go grab my snoring daughter. She does some pretty good snores from what I hear.
Yeah, she does. Someone's snoring? Oh, it's my daughter. Ads begun! Oh, hello. Welcome in. You make quite a first impression, don't you? Alright, so Des using that bad key machine, and we'll see if she grabs the teddy. Alright, no spawns in the graveyard. Gonna go ahead and burn the skip sandwich, and she will grab the safety teddy. The Boogie Tent, if it so chooses, can attack on the first turn, and what is it, like 75% chance it'll hit the teddy bear? Some statistic.
Sure, something
math,
like that. Never feels like
number. It. And there's no dogs
No,
besides
actually,
the one dog.
It's either 70 or 75%.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there. Alright, we're going defend, BBR. Oh god. Oh! Okay, we got the bottle rocket. It was a low roll. It was a 367. Jeff is dead. We'll see if we can finish Boogie Tent off with our Rockins. We're hoping for a freeze, not for damage, but solidify attempts. Oh boy. Okay, so we got 2 kids down. If Des has enough PSI to get through this Boogie Tent. And she does! That's going to be a super fast, like hardly any mashing here versus the like 12 hours of mashing. That was a very scary fight, but Des handled it very well. And she is finished with the mashing because both of her kids were dead, so no levels for them. And she will grab the Fly Honey. GG's to Des as Andy will make his way down to the tent, and we'll see how his tent goes. Very close race. It was to be expected with these two. So that means Des will be moving on to the 2-0 of Swiss, and Andy will be moving into the 1-1. And the 1-1 is becoming scarier by the moment. It really is. Oh.
I wonder who you're gonna face next, Slug.
I don't know. I have a feeling you're gonna make me face Daniel, so. I know you just close your eyes and push a button. Alright, no dogs. We're good. Chef. Hey, don't say that. You don't know. Alright, defend, BBR. See you later, Paula. And a 450. So, Andy did not grab that extra bottle rocket, which is why we sometimes do that. Oh my god. No! What is going on at Boogey Tent? Nest feels strange, which can make you attack yourself.
Is Ari around here someplace?
I don't know. Jeff is alive with 1 point. Andy is using the rocket, hoping it doesn't. And he gets through it. Oh my gosh. GG's, Andy. Well played. Wow. Whew. Well, that was a heck of a Boogey Tent end, wasn't it? Very well played on both sides, of course. We have Miss Des with a 108.48 in race room. Very, yeah, the Boogey Tent was like, you know what, I played it cool throughout the quad, so I'm about to let y'all have it, so suck it. You think you can do quads. Alright, and Andy ends with a 110.26, which is not a terrible time at all. So yeah, close race between these two. Andy had a couple of mishaps in O-Net, which allowed Des to get ahead, but with those tents, my goodness, this could have been anyone's game. But it is late, so I won't keep all of you for too much longer. Let's see here. So tomorrow we have one race that is at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. That is going to be Lord Taco versus Derek. Woo, woo! And that's going to be a really fun race. They are pretty evenly matched, so I think that's going to be a banger. Definitely check that out. And then we also have races throughout the rest of the week, which we will be telling you about tomorrow. So yeah, everyone have a good night. I'm just going to go ahead and end stream. Y'all get some rest. Miss Des, Andy, thank you so much for running and being a part of this. Airfram, thank you for scaring me and jumping in on comms last minute.
It was worth it. I like crashing.
It was worth it, yeah, for sure. Everyone have a good night, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Bye!
Bye.